Hello everybody, it's Andrew here from the Douglas Moon Fragrance channel, as always giving you my best unedited and most honest as I can be opinions and thoughts about the fragrances that I review. Today I'm doing Valentino's Uomo Intense. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. This is the only version that I have. I don't have the original Uomo. That came out in 2014. This one premiered in 2016. Obviously, it's more of an intense version. All the Valentino fragrances, typically like Coral Fantasy and so forth, are like Eau de Toilette. This is the Eau de Parfum, I believe. Yeah, of course it is. And just right out of the gate, it's definitely not one of those ones that you can really smell. Like, the bottle's beautiful. It's not one of those ones, though, that you can smell from the atomizer if you actually give it a whiff. But I love the bottle. All Valentino bottles are incredible. I first discovered Valentino fragrances because one of my best buddies at work, who also is huge into fragrances, his name's Sam. One of the first things I ever smelled on him, other than Rosasi's Hawaii, was Coral Fantasy by Valentino, and it smelled so good and so unique and different than anything I'd ever smelled before. But it was also very sweet. More of a feminine scent, even though, of course, it's masculine leaning. But the notes on this, so it says, is mandarin orange, clary sage, iris, vanilla, and leather. For me personally, again, you can't really smell it too much coming out of the atomizer, but when you give it a good spray, it's got one of those nice, quick and crisp blasts. Very good as far as the overall shoot. But the sage and the orange combo with the leather, even though it's supposed to be like an undertone, it's actually very strong. Like, I can see the effects that it has on this fragrance. This is an extremely mature fragrance. For me personally, that's what I feel about this. When I smell it, this is not something I would recommend you wear very often. Like, I see this as like I don't even know what occasion I would recommend this for, to be honest with you. I'm not even going to attach this to a season, although maybe it would be more towards winter time, so I guess that was a contradictory thing to say. But overall, this is an incredibly mature type of fragrance. It smells like, it's going to sound funny. I said something similar to this about Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Male ADT. It smells like donuts almost, but not sweet glazed donuts necessarily. It smells like fresh baked unglazed donuts, if you've ever smelled those before. It's like a bag that comes with little tiny crullers or whatever that don't have any glaze on them, so they're not too overly sweet. Have you ever just seen one of those donuts at like a coffee shop or something that has nothing on it at all? It's just literally like sweet bread. It smells kind of like that. That sage, it's also got tonka bean in it, of course. The sage, the vanilla, the leather come together. Don't really get too much of the mandarin orange notes, really. It's like barely there, but it's very, very mature. And I don't absolutely love it. I like it, but I'm not absolutely crazy about it. I love the bottle. I think from what I've smelled in the stores, other fragrances of theirs I prefer a lot more. My wife, which we're going to do a review together finally, she's excited to do this video with me, is going to be doing her fragrance that I got for her was Valentino's Green Extravaganza for women. And it smells incredible. Very different. All of their fragrances are different than this, but this particular one, Uomo Intense. Again, beautiful bottle like the rest of them, good atomizer, but overall, I would not be sure I could recommend this for too many people. It's almost, to me, like a niche fragrance. And you just got to be a certain type of person looking for something very mature, very dark, and earthy. That's the best way I can put it. It's extremely earthy smelling. That leather is very powerful underneath there. Working with leather in general, like even at the job that I have, the job I work for is called Candle Science, and we basically ship, and they produce in the lab, and then we prepare, package, and ship candle making supplies to large companies, and anybody who orders, basically. And so our biggest thing is fragrances. And one of our fragrances that we have that actually sells pretty well is concentrated like leather scent for people to use in candles and stuff. And it's a very powerful one. And when used in actual candles, even if it's barely a little bit, it can, if not done just right, can overtake everything. Obviously, they probably use a different type of oil that's leather scented for this, but I'm just bringing it up to say that it came through pretty strong. Any of the other notes that's supposed to be there other than the vanilla and a light bit of sage, I'm not getting the orange at all, but according to their website and online, that's what it says. It's supposed to be one of the top notes. I like it well enough. Don't think I would recommend it for most people unless you go to this. I would recommend if you're going to buy this, go to the store and smell it. It's very strong. I definitely can say it will last because I tried it only once. I've only worn it once since I've had it, but it will last a very long time. So you've got to like this, similar to like a Sauvage. I love Sauvage, so I like that it lasts a long time. This, you just got to be in the mood for it, I would say, and the right type of person. So again, super mature scent. It's very intense, but it's not for everybody. I don't even know that's for a lot of people. Their other fragrances are much sweeter. And again, they're all EDTs though, but they seem to last pretty well for an eau de toilette. Some eau de toilettes don't last very long. These typically have, in my experience. But yeah, so Valentino Uomo Intense. Don't think that I'd recommend it too much to most people. I would say it's not a bad scent, but it's not for everyone. It's very mature, very musky. So go if you want to give this a try. Give it a smell. It might be for you. Maybe it's just not for me. I don't like Dylan Blue. I'm going to do a review at some point. I had a bottle, gave it away to my father-in-law because that's not really for me. My wife didn't really like it either. Too peppery. It smelled too young, maybe. This, a little bit too mature. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Again, I'm Andrew Lane. This is the Douglas Moon Fragrance channel. I try to just, again, as a regular guy who's not sponsored, not wealthy. I just like fragrances. I have a passion for fragrances. I know maybe you do too. That's why you watch these videos. That's why I watch these type of videos. But I want to give people my most honest thoughts on fragrances before you spend the money to buy them. And again, just try to keep it unedited and pure. Hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. And go check out my other videos. But Valentino Uomo Intense, I say overall fragrance-wise, usability, versatility, I would give this maybe like a 4 out of 10. As far as like the mixture and how well they did, maybe 5 out of 10. Overall, with the fragrance though, for like what it's worth, if you're into this, I'd say maybe like a 6 or 7. But that's just my thoughts. Yours might be different. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.